Off that sheet.
Not a whole lot. Thought I played more. Felt like I played 25.
Well, maybe that speaks to conditioning and kind of where you're at physically, but you said that you don't feel like you're going to be at your best until maybe the second half.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty aggressive tonight.
Yeah, I felt better tonight. I think it's just kind of accepting, kind of where I'm at and kind of more understanding the way I need to play. Trying to play down low behind guys, maybe showing up the shifts. That's one thing that Monty's talked to me about. Just until I get back to where I normally feel I am, shorting up the shifts and being a little bit smarter about my game. Because if you get extended, it could affect you for another 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how long you're out there. So just trying to be a little bit smarter about shift length, stuff like that.
How much does seeing 29 and 8 and 96 on the other team kind of bring out a little bit more in you?
Yeah, it definitely makes you be more prepared. You have to be dialed if you're going to play against that team. That line every single shift. I mean, they can break out and take over a game in one shift. So, I thought we did a good job. They're really tough to play against. The talent on that line is insane, and I think we felt good about the way we played. But they have a few big injuries for their group, and that definitely affects the way their depth is. So when those guys are back, and I don't know if they'll be back for the next game we play them or not, but we'll get a better game out of that team.
Brad, what have you thought? We're just talking to Coach about this. The killer instinct that your team has. I mean, you guys had that goal call back, but then Pasta scores.
Yeah.
And you don't seem to allow a team to ever sort of get a sense that they're going to climb back in.
Yeah, I think that it kind of comes a little bit with an older team too.
That's
I
what
don't
said.
know the average age of our group, but we definitely have a lot of older guys. And the experience that comes with that. We have a lot of guys that have been on deep runs and played a ton of hockey. So we don't really seem to get shooken up about anything. And he's really, the coaching staff is very calm behind the bench and in situations where maybe we might tighten up a little bit. They're able to kind of calm us down and make us feel comfortable and kind of get us to regroup. So we haven't gone through a ton of adversity yet, which we will at some point. And it's good for a team to do that. I mean, you need to go through adversity at some point of the season, and it just helps you grow as a team and build for playoffs. Where you usually go through a ton of it. So, things have gone well so far, but there'll be a time where maybe we'll let a game slip or we don't get that big goal, but you learn from it, and I think we've done a good job with that so far.
Brad, when you're trying to avoid complacency, it's good to have this stretch of games where you're playing the Lightning, who've been as good as they've been. This team won last year, and then in Vegas, who's leading the West. Is it good to kind of have that as something to aim at?
Yeah, I mean, they're good games for sure. They're good tests because those teams play well. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. It doesn't matter who you play. On any given night, anybody can win. You catch a goalie get hot or have a player get hot and kind of take over a game. And that's why I think it's more important for us to just not really worry about who we play and just worry about our process and, competing hard in practice and taking care of our details. And that all translates into our game. I think that's honestly why we've been good, is because we practice hard and we compete hard. And that level of intensity translates into gameplay. It doesn't matter who we play. Obviously, when you're winning, you feel good about yourself and you're able to kind of keep that confidence going, and that's a huge part of it as well. But it's good to play these good teams, but every team is can be really good on any given night.
That confidence you talked about, is that especially true at home?
Like, put it this way, last year I think Detroit was one of the worst teams, and they beat us almost every game. So. Sometimes that's just how it goes.
The confidence you mentioned, is that especially true at home these days when you go out there and feel like you're going to have a chance to win?
Yeah, it's honestly every night, whether home or on the road. It's fun to play at home because I think the fans get excited, and are excited about the opportunity we have with the group this year. So the atmosphere is very good and fun to play in front of. But we kind of have that. We just haven't played a ton on the road yet. We kind of carry that confidence all the time. It just sometimes goes our way a little more at home.
Jake,
That is the brightest light I've ever seen. Jesus.
One more.
Jake scored his 100th of his career today. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's good for him. I think he was kind of pressing a little bit on that one. Sometimes those milestone goals can kind of weigh on you a little bit, but he's taken a step this year. His consistency is much better than it's been in the past. Which is what we need. I mean, he's probably one of the most talented kids I've played with. His thing is his work ethic, and when he combines those two things, he's a great player for our group, and he has been this year. He seems to be happy and excited where he's at. So it's fun to see him play and come to the rink with a smile on his face when it's going his way. And we just need that to continue, because if we're going to go far this year, we need him to be a big part of that team.
Take one more for Brad.
What's it like to see a guy like Freddie, who obviously up and down since he's come into the league, just gain more confidence game by game?
Yeah. I mean, Freddie. I mean, you watch him in practice. He scores. I mean, that's what he does, and I think that Monty's really kind of pushing him to embrace that. And CC was on another level this year, and then obviously playing with Halsey, who's a very dynamic offensive guy. They're finding that chemistry, and they're making a lot of plays. And Freddie with his big body and he understanding how to take the puck to the net and go to areas where he's going to score. I mean, teams aren't going to be able to keep him out of the front of the net, and he's going to get a lot of opportunities. So he's been great for us. Another guy that's really kind of come a long way this year, and it's what you need. I mean, to be successful, you need the young guys to step up and start taking control and be a bigger impact. And I think we're really seeing that this year. Our guys are coming in, embracing their roles and opportunities, and thriving in them.
Thanks, Brad.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.